In our last episode, both forces were able to locate their wayward commanders, but unfortunately for the Algoryn, theirs was struck down in combat. Now both forces muster what troops they have left to launch a final assault on the hidden location of the Tsan scientist. Both forces will attempt to gain access to the chrono-phasic technologies that the Tsan has been working on, while at the same time try to assassinate that very Tsan, who is too dangerous to let live. What will happen in this thrilling conclusion of our 3-part mini-campaign Crash Landed on a Harsh Planet? Find out this week on the Tabletop Warlords.
What's up, everybody? I'm Kevin. And I'm Sergey. And we are the Tabletop Warlords.
And once again, we find ourselves playing a game of
Beyond the Gates of Antares.
Welcome to our third and final episode in a 3-part mini-campaign designed by Sergey himself, known as Crash Landed on a Harsh Planet.
At this point in the campaign, I'm leading by just one single victory point, but I have a little bit of an advantage because I have my commander and I killed yours.
Yeah, I got nothing special. But before we show what forces we are bringing to the table today and have Sergey describe the ins and outs of this specific scenario, you should help us in our battle against the algorithm and like this video as well as subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already.
Make sure you have notifications enabled and check out our links below to support the channel even further.
But as always, the best way to support this channel is by joining our ever-growing Patreon community, where with whatever pledge you decide to go with, you gain access to our Patreon exclusive video development vlogs.
In this scenario, there are 4 total victory points. You get 2 for assassinating the Tsan scientist, and you get 2 for liberating his data. To assassinate the Tsan scientist, it's super easy. All you have to do is kill him. He's represented by a 5-man Tsan phase squad located within a building. In order to liberate the data, you must start your turn within the laboratory. When you do this, a buddy drone will download all of the data and essentially become a VIP that follows you around, following all of the normal rules for a VIP. You will get the victory points if the game ends and you're in possession of this drone, or if you get it off the field, thus securing it permanently for your side. The only other weirdness about this scenario is that there's Tsan sentries present. The Tsan patrols are represented by a single Tsan Taurus model and a Huck dog that follows them around. These sentries remain stationary and unaware of your presence until somebody either shoots or moves within 10 inches of them. Once this happens, we'll add a single order dice to the bag representing all of the Tsan sentries and the Tsan science team. When activated, the Tsan patrols will perform a run order towards the nearest enemy unit that is in line of sight. If they reach base contact with that unit, it's considered a charge. The Tsan scientist, however, will simply perform firing orders from its bunker towards, again, the nearest enemy unit within line of sight. This is the final evolution of my Boromite narrative force for this campaign. It is led by Gorgrug Grizzlegroog, whose name has changed several times since his inception into this campaign. He is a 5-man overseer squad that is followed up by 2 gang fighter squads, both with fractal grenades, and 1 single squad of work gang fighters who have heavy tractor mauls. In addition, I am backed up by a single Maglite support. Let's see if the steady, rocky hand of Gorgrug Grizzlegroog can lead this Boromite force to victory. My final Algoryn force for our 3-part campaign is pretty simple because everybody's died. I have 4 AI squads, all armed with plasma grenades, and this time I'm bringing a mag cannon team with an extra crew member. Let's see how the basic boys perform. And here we have the battlefield where we will conclude our miniature campaign. As Sergey was talking about, the mission objectives are basically front and center on this battlefield. We have 2 buildings. One is the Tsan scientist bunker. The other is the laboratory. Now, you'll see there's other things on the battlefield. We have 2 instances of our light buildings, so it's the same thing as a normal building. It just gives +1 res instead of +2 or 3, whatever it is. And then we also have the solar field in the center, which is not going to cause any negatives to your accuracy when shooting through it. No negatives when you're trying to move through it, but it does give you 2 res when you're within it. And then we have a bunch of light forests on the edge, as per the usual. Me and Sergey can't get enough trees. And like I said, this is the bunker where the Tsan scientist is going to hide. Woo!
and he's just right in there. Now, this building is so old now and not modeled very good, but what we're gonna say is that they have 360 vision to shoot out of here. But if you're gonna get in, there's an entrance on the front and the back of this facility, and then the lab basically has a double door right on this side as well. So yeah, that's the battlefield for today. Let's get some forces out here and see what happens. Going into turn 1, each force has 5 order dice.
Turn 1, die 1. Boromites. Going to perform a run order with my commander. He's going to get right up over here.
Are you sprinting?
No, a regular run, and the rest of his guys are going to kind of snake behind this, hopefully giving me intervening terrain if you try to do anything spicy with your guns.
Boromite.
I'm currently 1 point ahead, so I'm going to gun hard for this objective here and place my gangers right behind my overseer squad. It's me, the Boromites. Because Kevin has a proliferation of overhead fire, I'm going to not pack my guys together. So this gang fighters, it would be a sweet target. These gang fighters are gonna run and sprint over to here, passing their sprint check, which is miraculous. I've been very lucky with the sprint checks.
This group of Boromites they work out a lot.
Yeah, they're CrossFit Boromites.
Oh my god.
Okay, it's the Boromites again. My work gang with heavy tractor mauls is going to go on the opposite side of the field just in case something crazy happens and I need to gun for this objective as well.
Finally, the Algoryn. At this point, I already have all of Sergey's deployment minus his gun. So I'm gonna go for Algoryn stealth and come onto the field, immediately shoot at his guys, and, alert all of the guards to our presence. My final position, and I will be doing an advance order with 2 X-Launcher shots into his gang fighters, like I said. I will aim at this one right here. And I'm only gonna hit on a 1 or a 2, and I do not, so it's gonna deviate the full 10 inches, unfortunately. Ah, crap, it's going 5 inches. I'm gonna have to see where this lands. And that's going to miss, unfortunately, because I don't cover the center of anybody's base. I will aim the second shot, same spot. I miss again. I deviate 5 inches this way, so that's gonna miss as well. I also had 2 mag guns hitting on 1 or 2. Oh, 1 shot. So, Sergey, you have a res of 6, I believe?
Yeah, and I'm good.
And you're good. Shots have been fired, and now the Tsan patrols are aware of our existence, meaning their dice is in the bag. And it's me. My next AI squad is going to come out on the right flank of my side of the battlefield and is going to be performing an advance order targeting a Tsan patrol. I will be aiming at the main Taurus dude. I'm only hitting on not that, and it's going to deviate only 3 inches, which is still going to totally miss. The next one, shoot, hits directly. I gain 3 hits from that overhead shot. And then I have a leader with a mag pistol and 2 mag rifles. They're going to be hitting on 5s and 4s respectively. Oof. So that's 3 strike value 0. We're going to have 2 on the Tsan at res 8 and 1 on the dog, which is also res 8. Poof. So they get a pin, but nothing else. The final Boromite.
This is a fairly simple no-frills order. I am advancing onto the field with my Boromite weapons team and shooting this guy in the face as many times as humanly possible. That'll be 2 hits. 1 is a lucky, which, I don't know, I guess it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
The dog is blue, and it's 6s all around, and I kill the dog. I kind of feel bad now.
It's just me or the patrol now. Whew, thank God it's me. I'm basically repeating my last order, except for this time I'm not gonna gamble so much, and I'm just gonna fire everything directly into that guard unit. Everyone's hitting on 5s and 4s, respectively. Whoa, the leader with the pistol is looking good today. And then 1, so, dog will be blue again. Oh, I killed them both this time. Algoryn again. My next unit onto the field is going to be my weapons team, and it's going to attempt to get into this forest. Oh, I rolled a 10.
No!
So it's going to be right here.
It'll still get to shoot, though, I think.
Yeah, that'll be their final position, unfortunately, and I'm going to be shooting at the Tsan patrol right here, and unfortunately it's going to be at -2 now, so I'm only hitting on a 1, 2, or a 3. Oh, that's an order dice.
He's down.
Oh, I hit anyways. And then the Tsan takes it. It's only res 3. Dead.
Boom.
Ha! Last Algoryn. My last AI squad is gonna try to do the same thing I did with the cannon. And they found a way, so the exact opposite. And now
they're gonna fun of the cannon squad.
Exactly. They're gonna fire everything they got into the remaining dog. Hitting up 5s and 4s. So, this time it was the regular guys. I will have... Oh no, all 3 shots are on the dog. That's 3 strike value 1s for our poor doggo. And they're dead. What was that? The klaxon calls! The patrols are aware of us now. And basically, they only are in line of sight of Sergey. So,
Yeah, my own rules are definitely being used against me right now.
10 inches. Whoop. This one runs that way towards the Boromites. This one, with fury in its heart, runs towards leaping on the barrels, the Boromite weapons team, and then deep within the bunker, the closest Boromite or unit is the Boromite work gang off to the side, and is going to be receiving 5 shots at 6s to hit, strike value 3, or I'm sorry, 4s to hit. Hitting on 4s. Oof. That's 2 shots Sergey's gonna have to contend with at strike value 3.
Taking 1 on the leader. And wow, hey, I'm actually good, but I do get a pin. I forgot there's strike value 3, so 1 guy is dead. I've suffered a single pin and a single death. Where the Boromites tried to employ an uncharacteristic stealth, the Algoryn went into the battlefield guns blazing, and it really worked out for them. They have pushed all of the sentries to the Boromite side, killed their own sentries, and set themselves up for a very good turn 2.
Going into turn 2, each side still has 5 order dice, and the sentry dice is in the bag now. Boromite.
My Boromite Overseer squad, led by Gorogrod Grizzlegrag, has
Name has changed like literally every time you said it.
It's advancing forward, and they're all going to fire into this poor San Ra because he's about to charge them.
So what's their accuracy?
Their accuracy is only 5, but they all have plasma carbines. Wow, fantastic shooting. So only Gorogrod Grizzlegrag has missed.
Now Sergey's close enough that this Tsan only has a res of 7. And they dead. Don't mess with Gorga Grizzlegrag.
Boromite, that's fantastic for me. The reason this is so good for me is because this unit was about to get eaten by both a hound and a spider. So they are going to perform a firing order and hopefully killing that guy before he gets to them. Rapid fire makes me 5s to hit. Oh no, oh this is bad.
The Tsan is once again only at 7. And so it is dead. When will anybody learn in Antares, don't hide on top of a barrel?
We do have a lot of people on barrels die.
The patrol! No! Obviously the dog is going to immediately charge into Sergey's team. Oh, and then we haven't been saying it. Since it's like a sharded unit, it's just gonna lose this pin when it accepts its order. Whoop!
In point blank shooting, I am going to be firing my light support weapon, which gives me -1 to hit, and its rapid fire giving me -2 to hit, making me 4s to hit total.
Hitting on 4s?
Oh no! So I'm about to get chewed on pretty thusly by this hound. Now in close combat, I am at strength 6 up to 7 because I have mag pistols. And I only hit once. The dog taking the hit is totally fine. The dog, however, gets 2 attacks at strike value 2, strength 8, hits both of them. I'll have to take it on both of my guys. And 1 is dead, so the dog is beating me by 1 pin. I have to take a break test, which I pass. There is still a follow-on combat. I hit my attack. The dog makes his save, strikes back at me, hits me once, and eats me because I only have a res of 6. So the dog has consumed my entire unit solo. Now, to add insult to injury, I am getting fired at once again from within this building into these poor Boromites over here because they're still closer. This is just the worst.
The Tsan have a 4 to hit, meaning they've missed every shot.
Kevin can't count, they get 2 more shots.
Yay!
I'll take it on a leader. He's fine, but that's a 2nd pin for that unit.
Algoryn, I will first have my AI squad on my far right side do a sprint order to get 15 inches up the field. I don't pass, so I'm gonna get a pin. But my final position is gonna be right about here. Boromite.
I'll perform a run order with my Boromite gangers. There's no real reason for me to sprint. I just need to get close enough to this objective that I can run into that building next turn.
Algoryn. I will mimic Sergey and have my AI armored infantry, that's the same thing, sprint over this way. They're going to pass that sprint order and also move towards the objective. Algoryn. The AI squad, which found a way in last turn, is going to again advance, and they are going to be shooting everything they got at the Boromite squad, the gangers that are just out in the open there. Not doing overhead this time, it's all direct fire, and it's all hitting on 4s and 3s. Damn, I missed every shot. Algoryn again. My mag cannon is going to pick itself up again and give it the old college try, trying to get back into this forest. It doesn't do it.
It fails, but at least it can move forward.
Yeah.
He hasn't tripped directly over a root this time.
Now I am going to be concentrating my cannon fire into the building this time. So it's going to be 5s down to 4s because of the -1. To hit those inside, it's 1 shot on 4s, like I said, and I miss. Boromite.
I'll be performing a run and a sprint with this gang squad. They do have pins, but they're fine because they have my commander's leadership, so they lose a pin, but they're sprinting. And they are once CrossFit.
That's the same unit.
All right, if there was ever an advertisement for intergalactic CrossFit, this is it.
Boromite.
Another run and a sprint with the Boromites. We're being pretty myopic this go around. And I passed my leadership test. I said a sprint. I'm not actually sprinting, I apologize. I'm just doing a regular old run. It does put me out in the open, which is not great, but you gotta break a few eggs to make an omelet.
The last AI squad on the field is now going to advance themselves and make some of those delicious Boromite omelets Sergey was just talking about. They will be firing everything directly right into that 4-man squad that's out in the open. I'm at long and extreme range respectively, so I'm hitting on 4s and 3s. Okay, I have 1 hit.
Taking it on a leader. Re-rolling. And I'm good. It's looking to be a grim day for the Boromites. One of their units was killed by just 1 dog, and the rest of their units have been chewed up by Algoryn fire. However, both forces are poised to grab both objectives. It's still anyone's game, and in a game where you can score 2 points just by killing 1 unit, the points can swing quickly.
The Boromite are down to 4 dice going into turn 3. The Algoryn have all 5, and the Sentry is still there in the form of the dog and the scientist.
Turn 3, die 1. Still anyone's game. Algoryn.
I will once again advance with this far right flanking unit because I'm going to shoot everything I got directly once again into that Boromite work team. Now that I'm effective, I'm hitting on 5s and 4s respectively. Ooh, I hit with everything this time.
Well, this is not great. I'm going to take 2 on my leader.
Woo!
Oh, God.
Killed everybody but
No,
one.
you killed this guy and the leader.
Oh, that's right.
So two of my guys survived, but it's gonna be a whopper of a test here. And I think I'm fine, yeah, because I'm 9s down to 6s. Well, he's left me with just 2 dudes, but never count out Boromites with drill hands. They can still do things. Algoryn.
This unit is going to perform another attack against the gangers that are out in the open. It's going to be a fire order this time, starting with 2 X launchers. I'm going to aim at this one in the back, which is close to, centrally located between the 2 units. I'm only hitting on a 1 or a 2, and I miss, so I'm going to deviate 8 inches that way.
4 inches that way.
Oh, 4 inches that way. Let me measure it. Well, I missed my original target, but I'm hitting the the overseer squad. So I'm just gonna do the same attack over again to see what the second result is. 10 is a whatever, I don't get anything. Yep. The overseer gets, 3 strike value, 0 hits Sergey.
Res 7. Oh!
Vengeance!
Grugrag, Grizzle Grumps.
has met his last day, and I could not be more upset about it. I do need to take a leadership test here, and I pass, so he just kind of goes like, and vaporizes out of my unit, and I lose command. Ooh. I lose my aura of command 10. That's horrible.
Oh, please pin his other unit. So 2 mag guns and a mag pistol hitting on 4s and 3s to the original target. Yes! So 2 hits. It's gonna be obviously on a leader and a regular guy.
Res 6. I'm actually good, but I do get a pin concluding the greatest round of shooting Kevin has ever known.
Woo! Ooh, the patrol.
No! This murder dog is now going to charge towards my units that are getting peppered with sky bombs.
Yes.
This is not the Boromite's day.
The Tsan and the bunker are now shooting at the closest target, which is the Algoryn. So they're gonna have 5 shots hitting on 6s. As a reaction, I'm gonna be going down because I don't want to die. So let's see how this goes. Oof. They must re-roll. A much more favorable. I have one less shot. So that's 3 shots at strike value 3 that I must now contend with. Oh my god, my normal guys are fine. My leader has failed. And my leader continues to fail. So I have lost 1 guy and taken a 2nd pin.
Boromite. This decimated squad is going to attempt to do something and succeed. They're going to run to the door, but not in the door.
Okay.
Which also I think technically means you can't enter the building. We'll have to figure that out. Algoryn.
My Algoryn are going to hold off running into the research lab and are instead going to shimmy to the side and absolutely unload hellfire into that squad of Boramites right there.
Yes, the Algoryn Death Shimmy.
Yeah.
Known throughout the land for its allure.
Everything is at effective range, so I'm gonna use my leader's X-Sling this time around, and we're gonna be hitting on 5s across the board. I'm the best at filming, and definitely didn't hit record. I hit with the X-Sling, causing 2 hits, and 2 of the mag guns hit. So that's 4 hits, 2 at 0, 2 at 1 for Sergey to contend with.
I'll take 1 strike value 2 on the leader. They're fine. I mean 1 strike value 1. 1 strike value 1 on the regular guy, also fine, and then 2 strike value 0s. All fine, but I do get a pin. Boromite. I'll perform a run order with this unit. They still have pretty good command, and they're fine. So they get all the way in and start downloading the data. Algoryn, it's your last dice, right?
Last unit's the mag cannon, and it is going to shoot with a fire order into the building where Sergey has hidden. I'm hitting on 5s because I'm 6s down to 5. I miss!
I have the last 2 dice in the bag. I'm going to perform a recovery order with this unit here. And I pass, and I can't roll less than a 1, so I'm going to perform an advance order with my now decimated command unit. They have to pass a command.
Oh, down she goes.
Well, it immediately goes into our down orders, of which I just garnered 1. Oh, sorry, cocked. Oh, hey, I get it back. That's good.
Now I also have 1 all the way over here. And I got a 2, so I also am totally fine.
More and more Boromites are being unjustly slaughtered on this battlefield, particularly my commander, who took a grenade right to the face and was decimated. The Boromites are dwindling, but they have made the first move on the objective and have downloaded the data, so they now have a VIP in their possession. But the Algoryn are very much poised to take this objective, the only obstacle being a unit with 2 pins and only 2 dudes in it.
Going into turn 4, the Boramites still have 4, the Algoryn still have 5, and the patrol dice is still present. First dice of turn 4. Damn it!
I could go for Kevin with a charge with my 3-pin unit, and that would be epic and cool. But I don't really care about the Tsan Scientist because I am 1 point ahead of Kevin in the campaign.
Yeah.
And if I just tie with him, I will be the victor. So I am going to perform a run order with my unit that has downloaded the data and get them right over to here. This is their cool data drone.
Yes. And you can't sprint, so there's no test required.
I cannot sprint, but I'll be able to get right here, which body blocks me from those guys It leaves me exposed on this flank, but that's just the best I can possibly do. It is what it is.
Algoryn!
I can't let him get away. The mag cannon's gonna do a firing order right into his back. I'm only hitting on 5s because he's at long range. And I hit on a 4. So Sergey has to take a save on 5. A strike value 5.
I'll take it on a regular guy because I don't trust my leader to survive this. And
He's
dead.
Boromites!
It's time for some cheese. I'm going to form a tight U around this unit, body blocking me from literally all of Kevin's Algoryn, which is fantastic, and also placing this unit very slightly closer
To Fido.
to Fido the murder dog over here.
Algoryn!
Okay, so I have to eliminate this Boromite unit that's gonna cheese me out of victory points or soldiers. And so what I'm gonna do with them is I'm just going to do a fire order and try to kill them. My leader's using the X-Sling. They're all hitting on 6s. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
I'm so glad I didn't go down.
The Algoryn!
I'm performing a fire order with these folks into the body blocking unit that is wrapped around the Boromites. I have to pass on a 7 or lower, which I do not, and I go down.
Algoryn again! Let's see what I can do.
This unit is now going to do a firing order into the same body blocking Boromites. First 2 shots are overhead. I'm hitting on 1, 2, or a 3 this time around. Or wait,
Yep, there you go. Outer ring.
I will aim at this one, because I don't think I can draw line of sight for this one.
Yeah, they're pretty much all the same.
Okay. I miss. I deviate a D5, 5 inches, that's gonna miss. Second hit, misses. So even deviating 2 inches, it is going to lose, or miss. So I do not hit anything with the overhead. The mag guns are hitting on 4s, or no, yeah, 4s because it's a fire order. So both miss.
That is the best possible timing imaginable for Kevin for the centuries to go. Fido has already tasted the sweet nectar of Rockman blood, but he doesn't have any guns and I've got plenty, so I'll be shooting him at 5s with both my mag pistol and 4 mag guns. I misspoke, I forgot they have practical grenades, so they're going to fire them. They're also hitting on 5s. And I hit 3 times, which is the maximum that they actually can hit, compounding to a strike value 9 hit, meaning he just saves on 1.
And that dog is dead. It's deader than a doornail.
And revenge is had for the entire team of Bormites that he ate.
And since these Boromites are literally right outside the door, they're the closest, and the brunt of the Tsan shooting.
They're protecting you!
Before I roll these dice, Sergey, are you going down? Or are you facing the music?
Will never surrender!
Oof, you should have surrendered. That's 3 shots you must weather at strike value 3, making your saves 4s.
I don't have a leader, so this is one guy who is
God,
fine.
you're fine?
Yes! Okay,
Dead.
he's dead.
So now you have 3 pins.
And I'm fine. I'm
my
charging
God.
you. I will prevail. He is still alive and he's got one job, and that job is to drill faces.
Oh my God. Boromite.
My once proud Overseer squad is going to advance and fire at Kevin's unit that is poised to charge me. It's only 2 shots, but I am hitting on 5s, and I missed with
both. Dang, man, our shooting this game.
Boromite!
It's face drilling time. I'm using the hazardous yellow dice.
You don't even lose a pen and you go down.
Well, you still have to deal with him because he's in front of it.
I have the last order dice in the bag, and I'm gonna have this unit charge into this unit, because it's the only thing that I can do.
You do need to roll a sprint check.
Which I fail. I will be utilizing my plasma grenades, and Sergey has fractal grenades, so we're gonna see who wins out. Hitting on 4s. Oof, I only hit twice. One is a lucky, but at this point it really doesn't matter.
Saving on 6s. And I'm good. Boromite's hitting on 5s. And that'll be 2 hits.
Against those 2 hits, I'm saving on 4s. Leader gets to reroll. And I'm good. Now it's basically the same thing in close combat, but this time I'm hitting on 6s. This time I hit 3 times.
Taking 1 on my leader, 2 on regular guys.
Ooh.
1 regular guy is dead. I am going to risk using my hazardous hand-to-hand weapons. It's spooky, but I think it's worth it. I did not roll any 10s, which is good. And I hit 4 times, but only 3 of those actually hit because it can only hit 3 times because of its special rule.
What a strange special rule, but you know what? I'll take every advantage I get. My saves have been brought down to 4s. Oof. So, regular guy's dead. Leader is fine. This guy's fine. So it's actually tie, yeah. Should have hit 7s the last time because I charged. I actually misspoke, but so I'm hitting on 6s still. And this time I get 3 hits.
Saving on 6s. Once again, 1 guy dies. I will once again risk it with my fractal grenades. Oh, still no 10s. Okay, thank goodness, but I hit twice.
Once again, my saves are 4. And I'm good. So this time I won,
Sergey.
Sergey.
Won the combat. I need to take a morale tech, and I'm fine. So we just break apart. I'm going to remain where I am to continue body blocking against Kevin's onslaught of fire. Kevin has moved around me so that he can then charge this unit next turn. This is just a mire of death and destruction. My Boromite down order?
And you're good.
Yeah, I lose a pin. He's raring for combat. What has started as an uphill battle for the Algoryn is turning into something of an even playing field. They are poised to maybe prevent me from scoring 3 points here, and they're poised to score 3 points here. However, I can definitely see a reality where nobody scores any points in this scenario.
Going into turn 5, the Boromite still have 4, the Algoryn still have 5, and the patrol dice is still in the bag.
Turn 5, dice 1. It's a very pivotal pull here. Ah, it's the Algoryn.
I will take this opportunity to charge the research bearer. If I can pass a leadership test, that is.
Please fail, please.
I don't, so I lose 1 pin.
In point blank shooting, I'm hitting on 4s with fractal grenades.
I will shoot with my mag guns, hitting on 4s, and then my leader's gonna use the X-Sling to hopefully get more than 1 shot. Super dicey, but I totally forgot I will absolutely sprint. And I get a pin, so great. Like Sergey, I'm only hitting on 4s. And I only hit once.
Taking out my leader. And I'm good, but I do get a pin, putting me up to 2 pins. Hitting on 4s.
2 hits.
Pretty good, but...
Thank the Lord.
Oh, 0 hits.
My Algoryn soldiers charge, so they're hitting on 7s, and I'm actually gonna use the leader's X-Sling this time around again. And I hit with everything. The X-Sling generates 2 hits. I will take both strike value 0s on 1 regular guy. Oh, who's dead, okay. And then 1 on my leader is fine. 2 other guys, also fine. Striking back with fractal grenades, hoping to not roll 10s. Oh! Come on! Okay, so that's... Does that still mean I get hit 3 times though, right?
Yes.
Because it's max 3 hits?
Yeah,
on
it doesn't,
1 unit?
it doesn't count together.
Let's see what happens. My saves are 4s. Ooh, 1 regular dude is dead. And my leader's dead, so I just lost 2 guys, but Sergey has to see if he loses his guy.
Yep, I'll take it. No, I'm a leader. Dead. Oh, so that means we're at a tie combat, meaning we follow on.
I hit with both grenades.
No leader for me.
Oof.
I lose 1 guy, but I'm striking back with fractal grenades, both of which hit.
And they're both dead.
So I have also lost everyone, except for this 1 guy who has 4 pins, which is not good.
Please give me my dice. I'll take it.
No, oh, come on. I am not going to go down. I feel like I'm gonna survive.
6s. Oh my God, Sergey, I hit every single time.
I choose to ignore that. I'm saving on 4s.
Oh my God, I was gonna laugh.
Oh, I failed. I almost made it. He's dead. He had a valiant fight.
Well, now that the Tsan have done my job for me, Yes! This unit is performing a fire order, and they're gonna go into that body blocking unit right there.
And I'm going to go down, obviously, in this situation. Roll duds, you piece of garbage.
I will aim at the centermost unit. I will hit on a 1 or a 2. I hit directly.
Oh no.
Now, you may have still nullified it, which you don't. So it causes 1 hit because you're down. Now the second one, aimed right at the exact same guy, misses on an 8, sorry about that, deviates 5 inches, so it's gonna fail. So, mag, gun, and pistol. Pistol misses by a long shot, but I did get 1 lucky, so that'll be, do you even have a leader? Yes, you do. So, non-leader, and then you have a single strike value 0 to contend with as well. So they're fine, and a 0.
Good.
But you do take a pin, which you have 4 pins now.
Because I was already down, being forced down again puts a 5th pin on me, meaning I'm very close to the danger zone.
Drat! The Boromites.
For my turn, I am going to simply move this unit to the objective and grab it. And that has to end my turn per our VIP rules. This unit is also not allowed to move now because they have passed the VIP.
On a note of quality, everything seems a little shaky from here out because our gimbal just died. So, going back to old school battle reports here. Algoryn. My mag cannon is going to be firing at Sergey's 3-man body blocking unit that has survived. I am hitting on 5s. And I aim, oh my God, dude, I hate mag cannons. I swear to God. Boromite.
I'll be performing a recovery order with this final unit.
Oh!
And failing.
I have the last 2 order dice, and they're gonna both be used for the same thing. The first being a charge with this 4-man team into the Tsan scientist. And you know what? Instead of making the shot be, we're gonna open this box, and the Tsan are gonna meet me in glorious combat.
On the outside?
Atop the facility in the driving rain, which I now assume has billowed and picked up as the battle rages on. Oh God, there's not enough space.
Yeah, you needed a lot of narration for how long it took you to put the sun on the ring.
So I'm gonna shoot with my, I have no leader, so it's just gonna be all mag guns basically.
And the Sanra are shooting with their plasma duocarbs, hitting on 5s, strike value 3.
Which means I'm hitting on 3s. Wow. Hot fire. Of course, all the bodyguards are gonna be taking these first few hits. And I don't know. All of their res is 10 because of the building, so even at -1, they're all fine. They shoot their duo cards back at 5s. Oof. They must re-roll because I sprinted, so that was a good idea. Oh, thank Jesus, so they only hit once. I don't really have any leaders, so I don't know who they would have on the lucky. It doesn't really matter at this point. And my guy is dead. So I have lost an individual and taken a second pin, meaning I'm a 3-man team. So now, my grenades, hitting on 7s, I guess all but 1 miss. Once again, the Tsan bodyguards take the brunt of it first, so now their res is 7. Or I'm sorry, it's 7 down to 6s. So they're both fine, unfortunately. I am so screwed. The bodyguards attack with their fists. The leader has an X-sling, technically. And that unfortunately misses. That means 3 hits from the Tsan at strike value 0. I only have 3 guys. And one of them, no, I'm res 7, sorry. I have still lost the combat and must pass on a 6 or lower, which I do. So there's a follow-on. I now hit on 6s because I did not charge, and 2 of them hit. Oops, that was an 8. So only 1 survives, so I finally killed 1 Tsan. So they have 1 pin. They attack back with full strength. Whew, and they hit like all across the board.
D3 hits from the X-Link.
2 strike value 0 hits in the mix. So that means that is 6 total strike value 0 hits, meaning each of my guys must absorb 2 each. First is fine. Second is dead. The third is fine. So I've gotten another pin, meaning I must pass on 5s. And I don't, I'm dead.
Blow! All of Kevin's people are dead, but he's also killed a single Tsan and cause 2 pins, which is exactly what he needed to do to set this Tsan up for a kill next turn.
I will kill you. I will kill you.
Now I will do the main charge that I was screening for. These 5 are going to sprint in there and join the fracas. Their sprint check passes this time, thank the Lord. So he's going to have to re-roll, and I'm going to hit him good. Combat's going to be the exact same. I'm using mag guns and X-slings moving in, and they're obviously shooting back with those duo carbs. Once again, I hit on 7s. Yes, I hit all but... Or I'm sorry, no, not 7s. I'm sorry. I'm shooting. I'm missing on all of these except for these 2. So, sorry. Those are both strike value 1. Oh! No. But the res of the building. So they just get a pin, but both survive. They return fire, now only hitting on 3s. So they hit once, but I sprinted. And they missed, thank God. Now that I'm within the building, or I guess on top of it, my Algoryn whip out the plasma grenades, and my leader's still gonna use the X-Sling, hitting on 7s. So I missed twice, and the X-Sling causes 2 hits once again. One of the strike value 0s is gonna be taken by the scientist, and everybody else, the bodyguards are absorbing all the other ones. Oh, I did it! With the grenade strike value 0, one of the regular bodyguards is dead, and the leader must re-roll. And he's totally fine. So that's 1 more pin on the Tsan, and they get to attack back. The scientist uses his X-Sling, the other ones are just using their feats, and all but 1 hit. The scientist causes 3 hits this time. So that's 5 total strike value 1s. I have a leader still, so that's 1 for everybody. I'm sorry, strike value 0s. Which means 1 of my guys dies. So I have a single pin and lost a single person. Now, I have won this combat really well. They have 4 pins. Their leadership is 8 down to 4. Oh my God, they got a 1! So they lose 1 of the pins and they keep fighting. I won this combat and get to still hit on 7s. Damn, I missed with the X-Sling, but everybody else hits. Yes, the scientist has failed again. Will he fail completely though? He does not. So, they survive this round of close combat and attack back. The Tsan attack back and hit with everything. The X-Sling causes 3 strike value 0s again. So now my leader is gonna take 2 of those strike value 0s. And everybody is fine. So the Tsan have lost due to pins 1 more time. They only have 3 pins. And they fail! I was able to secure the 2 victory points from destroying the Tsan scientist, but now the only way that I can actually win the campaign is if somehow Sergey is prevented from leaving the field.
First, my single man unit must test. And he gets up and loses a pin, I'll take it. And then my 3-man unit does not pass at all. But they still lose a pin. With the Tsan scientists now dead, the Algoryn are poised to win it all. All they have to do is kill this 1 single unit. But can they do it?
Last turn, and it's gonna be me first. I will of course be performing a fire order with my guys in the building against his drone carrier. I will aim at the guy that's directly next to this, because obviously covers that. I'm gonna directly hit on a 1 or a 2. 0 is the first one, is a dud shot, great. Second shot is a 3. Actually, wait, let me make sure that I'm hitting on 1s and 2s.
Kevin's wrong, he's actually within effective range, so that does hit directly, hitting both of these units. So I'm actually not too upset, because it'll split the amount of hits.
The hits generated, 3! That'll be 1 on this gentleman and 2 on the original targets. And then I get 3 other shots that are all gonna hit on 5s and 4s respectively. So the pistol misses, but the 2 mag guns hit this unit.
2 hits on each person. I'm gonna do 2 strike value 0s on one guy and 2 strike value 1s on the other. First the 1s.
Dead.
Now the 0s. He's fine.
Dang.
Woo! But I do have to take a command test, which I pass. And then there's a strike value 0 on this guy, which he's fine. But also has to take a, wait, where's command test? And he fails, which means he is dead because he has half casualties.
Boromite!
This is a moment of truth.
I am going to try to run and hide behind the building, but I have to pass a command test. I just need to not roll a 9 or a 10.
Yeah.
Okay. Pew! I'm right behind the building. Kevin can no longer target me with any units, and the game is over, securing a Boromite victory on the harsh planet.
What a thrilling conclusion for a tiny campaign. It was fun. That was fun. I like stringing. I mean, I just love stringing scenarios together, if not just for the narration.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
As per usual, I've lost by a single point.
A single point. Although, I will say that Kevin made a very valid point. How this campaign worked points-wise, I think this should have been a tie. I think I should have only gotten 1 point for capturing the leader as opposed to taking him off the field.
It's just
in the same way that Kevin got only 1 point for rescuing his commander, but not taking him off the field. So I think that actually would have been more fair, and if you're trying to replicate, maybe do that in yours.
Well, because it makes sense, because I feel like campaigns are more fun when every scenario has an aspect of, like, you can go for, like, the piece de resistance, and, like, win, like, big, or, you know, get, like, because it's like, it represents, like, you do control it by the end of the field. Maybe the battle isn't going to continue with you losing it, like, as far as, you know, in the game world, but it also just kind of makes it a little more nuanced, which is cool. But then also, I mean, overarching, obviously, we knew going in that this was going to be like the Algoryn and the Boromite specifically. And so, like, you know, to make this more friendly across the board, you probably want to reevaluate, like, the composition of the units.
Exactly, because I really wanted to make them all basic infantry. And I think I definitely didn't like the work gangs being involved. I think it should only have been gang fighters. But also, it doesn't totally work for, like,
No, yeah, I was gonna say, as, like, what's basic troops?
Because, like,
each faction.
Because Virai suffer way worse from not having a leader. So it's got some tweaks.
Because it's like maybe it could have been that leading up to this point, you have a normal army that you just build with the normal rules, and then you get to have bonus units that are attached to the force. Maybe that might have been just better. Overarching, made everything a little bit more even. But whatever, I like the cheesy battles anyway.
Yeah,
so
it was fun.
And there was a lot of death. I mean, the Algoryn, I constantly act like they're not that great, but even without upgrades,
Algoryn are so insane.
Well, it's like, what is this, like, trend of me dropping a single grenade from an X launcher and killing, like, an entire unit of Boromite?
That's how good Algoryn are. They have the critical hit potential
quality?
That's, like, even higher than the Gars.
Or, I'm sorry, quantity over quality. That's what the Algoryn are all about.
Quantity of bullets. They're like, well, if I shoot this gun enough times, everyone in front of me will die.
That's the truth. Well, we obviously had a lot of fun producing this miniature campaign for you guys. We really hope...
monster campaign.
Yeah, that's
it's alliterative.
It's a lot monster, yeah. But we hope you enjoyed it as well. And if that's the case, please like this video and help us in our battle against the algorithm. And while you're at it, make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you've not already done so. We'd love to have you. And make sure to have notifications enabled so you can see when we produce new content.
If you want to support the channel even further, there is an affiliate link right beneath this video. It'll bring you to the Warlords store, and anything you purchase there will give us a small commission. Additionally, there's a Spring link, which will bring you to our Teespring shop, where you can buy TTW swag. You'll look like the coolest nerd on the block.
But the best way to support our channel will always remain joining our ever-growing Patreon community. All of our patrons, no matter what pledge they've decided to go with, gain access to our patron-only video development blog, which everybody's been enjoying. So if that sounds great, you should absolutely join in.
On the note of patrons, we have a brand new tabletop man-at-arms. Mikey Jenkins is polishing his gleaming shield so that he may reflect Medusa's reflection back at her or something.
Why have we picked Mikey specifically against Medusa? That doesn't seem very nice.
He's very brave.
Welcome in.
Yeah, all of our other guys are like fighting in regiments. He's just like beating
a Gorgon. We need you to take it one-on-one. You know what? I think he's gonna do it. It'll be great. We can't appreciate your support enough, Mikey. Thank you so much for joining. And while we're thanking our patrons, we gotta thank our amazing tabletop lords and ladies.
Nick Hobbs,
Will Connell,
Elizabeth Allen,
Amelia,
and Les Stevenson.
As well as our incredibly valiant and brave tabletop warlords,
Knight Silva,
and Michael Crow.
And our tabletop emperor, John Roberts. Long may he